And so we actually launched a partnership with an organization called Iconic, which is seeking to be an alternative to groups like ISS and Glass Lewis. And part of what they do is they try to democratize access to shareholder voting by allowing both individuals and individuals who are representatives at larger institutions to vote alongside the voting profile of institutions that they know and trust. And so, for example, and I can put this in the chat, the foundation launched its own voting profile, and it basically just shares, hey, this is how we vote. And then to simplify the process, it takes you through a whole survey and helps you identify where you sit, who manages your money, all of that stuff. So if you don't know, it takes you through it. But then what it enables you to do is you can sign up and say, I actually want to vote my shares alongside how the Sierra Club Foundation is voting. And so that's an initiative that we launched earlier this year and have been sharing out with other institutions as well as individuals. It's available to both retail and institutional investors. So I popped that in the chat, excuse me. And then the other format is, I'd say, twofold, which is really leveraging our role as shareholders in these organizations. So one is how we are engaging behind the scenes, which I already spoke to, right? And that really focuses in, I really want to underscore this, on policy and practice, because to us, those are the things that matter. If you're not changing your policies, you're not changing your governance. And that's something that happens, that's something that essentially decides how you are going to be conducting your business. And so we want to see meaningful policy changes that are going to protect our assets as investors and partially through how they protect all of the value that those assets are couched in, which is ecosystems value and social value, right? Because that is where all value comes from. And then secondly, it's also in filing shareholder proposals or in co-filing proposals or in supporting those proposals that are filed by other institutions. And so where we don't see room necessarily for collaboration or where, good faith engagement falls short, then we have this other tool of filing the proposal and saying, we want to take this issue to the shareholders, right? So we tried to take this issue to the management didn't listen. Shareholders, what do you think about this, right? What do you think that they're not taking into account these risks to your assets? What do you think that they're making the world worse and worse and worse and directly opposed to your charitable purposes? And so I'd really underscore that, again, for any asset owners in the room, to us, this is really the vision for how you move from that passive active asset ownership towards active asset stewardship, right? You want to be a steward, and you can be a steward through leveraging your vote, leveraging your ability to file proposals, but also behind the scenes, one-on-one engagement with organizations that are willing to do the same with you.